There's a couple billion people in the world, and a million other places we could be, but you're here with me. Take a moment just to take it in. 'Cause every high and every low led to this. I'm just so glad you exist.
Where do I even start? So I've just had my consultant appointment. It's like the third one, I think. I don't even know where to start, if I'm honest. I guess I should start by saying, like, everything's still going ahead, and yeah, I think that's really good. And I probably don't seem very enthusiastic, but like, it's very hard when you're made to feel like less than constantly. It's very hard to kind of just be like, I feel like I'm being robbed, like, honestly. Like, with so many different things, I feel like I'm being robbed. And it's kind of like they're robbing the excitement, the joy of it. Like I genuinely dread talking to these people because they just make me feel like shit. So I put my foot down today and kind of said, like, no, like, this is ridiculous. Do you normally ask, like, for 1,000 letters? No. There's no way. Like, do you normally ask the NHS to have a crystal ball? Like, now they're saying, they need in writing that I'll have a fucking midwife. Like, of course I'll have a midwife. Like, do I have contact with one now? No, because I'm not pregnant. Like, make it make sense. Do you live in fucking England? It's ridiculous. Like, I've never heard anything like it. Like, there's being thorough and then there's being obsessive, and this is feeling obsessive now and just cruel. And like I said, like, it's not fair at all. Like, it's not. Like, it's making me feel like shit. And there's no need. I'm a good fucking person. I try really fucking hard in life. And I'm a good fucking person. Like, I don't deserve to feel like less than. Because I want to have a child. Like, and I just happen to be doing it on my own. Like, okay. I didn't choose for my partner to leave. He fucking chose it. Like, no one truly wants this. Like, of course, I wish I was doing this with a certain someone and that life was different, you know. No, I wish that I didn't have the medical devices, and I truly believe pain into purpose, you know. Like, I'm put on this earth to kind of help teach people, I guess. And that in itself is a beautiful thing, and I've made my peace with it. But when other human beings make you feel like shit, especially when you're paying them 8+ grand, they make you feel like this. Like, this is crazy. Like, it's crazy. I should be excited. Like, I should be happy and just made to feel like shit. Like, he started the phone call with, I don't normally send people this letter to the GP, but I normally send it to my patient, but I send it to the GP. Why? I'm more than capable of receiving my own letters, you know? Like, that's just mean. Like, it's mean. Like, I signed something at the beginning of all of this for them not to have contact with all these different doctors, because I wanted it to be about me, not fucking about what specialist can put their fingers in the pie and have an opinion on being a single mum and stuff like that, because, you know, everyone thinks they're entitled to their own opinion, and let's be honest, unless you are that person, you don't have a fucking right to an opinion on it, because it's not directly affecting you. Like, it's not your life. It's not your life. That's like me. It's like me saying, yo, you can't drink orange juice over apple juice. Like, that's just weird. Like, it's none of my business what you put into your body. Like, it's none of my business what path you choose to go down or what you're called to do, or if you decided to be a painter instead of a builder or what. Like, none of that is my business. Like, stay in your fucking lane, people. It's just mean. Like, it's just mean constantly. So then he goes on to say, you didn't get the counsellor thing done. I've only been contacting her for over a month. Like, I was told that she'd get hold of this doctor, like my consultant, because she couldn't understand why they wanted the assessment on autism, and that she thought that was out of order, and like, that's not normal, and that's not her job to do. And she hasn't got any. It's not her job to judge if someone should, like, be a parent or not due to fucking autism. Like, she's an implications counsellor, e.g. she teaches people how to teach their children about donor sperm and shit. So that's what she should be doing. So yeah, she told me she'd contact me within a week at the latest. It's been like a month, and she contacted me the other day because I had to write 4+ emails. I chased her. I chased my old patient coordinator to chase her. I then told the new one to chase her. She then told the consultant to chase the counsellor, and the counsellor finally answered. It's not my fault. I can't make someone do their fucking job, and it is not my job to make them do their job. I'm paying you for a fucking service. Like, it's just so crazy. And at some point you just gotta let yourself breathe, and like, they're just robbing me of excitement towards it, and like, hopefully once this bit's done, it'll just be, that's what I keep telling myself, once this bit's done, like, I don't know, it just, sometimes it just takes the air from you, you know, like, that everything has to be a fight. I don't want to keep fighting. And maybe if it was just this that I fought for, then it'd be a bit easier, but it's not. It's too many things. Like, I don't deserve it. Like, I just want to scream. I want to scream at the world that I'm already on the floor. You don't need to keep kicking. You know, that I'm already fucking down. You don't need to keep kicking. I'm fucking trying. And that should mean something, you know. And this is what I mean. Like, I can't even go into these consultant appointments without being made to feel like shit. And people are probably screaming, Vic, change fucking clinic. This is what I'm saying. Make sure you pick your clinic wisely. And I'm not saying this is a bad clinic. It's not. It's not a bad clinic. It's just, unfortunately, when it comes to having chronic illnesses and especially medical devices and stuff like that, everything is 10 times harder. This first bit is 10 times harder, and, you know, maybe if someone else had these videos, and maybe there is someone, and if there is someone out there that has produced these videos, I'm really sorry, like, I just haven't come across them, but, yeah, like, maybe this is why I'm going through this, that someone watching this who is going into the same thing, or going through the same thing, or a similar thing, or whatever, can understand that they are not alone. It's just people just either don't put the content out there, it's hidden, because, you know, the algorithm doesn't like support fucking this sort of shit, or, you know, like, people don't want to speak up out of fear of judgment, and, you know, I don't really give a fuck what judgment people come up with. I'm gonna be a really good mum, and I know that for a fact, because no one's gonna sit there and go through this if they won't. Okay, so I guess we'll get on to the positive things of it. He was like, Sally, which is the nurse that did my baseline, and she's the one that did my first baseline as well. She was like, she had some concerns about something. And I was like, well, that's news to me, because I was told everything was fine. So if there's something wrong with my anatomy, I would like to know it, you know, instead of like being the last person to know everything. It'd be nice. And then he was like, oh no, actually everything was fine. Right. And he was like, you have a total of 17 follicles, like, yeah. It's like, right, so this is good, bad, like, do you want to, like, emphasise on what we're actually meant to be talking about instead of the unnecessary shit that we keep talking about? So, yeah, I've just finished the cycle, so I was on Monday, it's now a week later. Technically, I came on the Sunday, but it was kind of like that pre-blood, you know, so we'll say it's the Monday. And he said, depending, like, so once the council's appointment's done, then I could pick the donor. But to be honest, if I find a donor tonight and I want to fucking pick them, I'm gonna pick them, because I'm a fully grown woman and I do as I want. Like, in the sense that I've already missed out on at least one donor that I really wanted. I think 2 that I was interested in, but 1 that I really wanted, which is obviously upsetting. Like, it's not easy to pick one. There's not, I mean, even if there's an influx of them, you don't necessarily like all of them, you know? So, like, when you find one that you really like, and then on order it, it's a bit disheartening. So, yeah. Yeah, no, I've only got to wait, so my counsellor appointment is Wednesday. My question to that is, why would I need to wait if it's a routine counsellor appointment that everyone needs to go through? Let's be honest. Like, don't really make sense, does it? Like I said, I think they just cover themselves, because it would be discrimination. And, you know, no clinic wants to be known for that. I wish I could say that this was new, that I wasn't used to feeling like this because of medical professionals, or that this didn't happen often. I've had years of it, so I guess I'm fully fucking trained pro for this, but it still hurts. Like, it still hurts. If I'm honest, it's just become part of my life now. It's like, I'm not surprised anymore, but like I said, it still hurts. But I've got to pick myself up and celebrate small victories. That's what I told myself I was going to do, and that is what I'm going to do. Can't let people rob your joy, but at the same time it gets like, it does get tricky, you know, just tricky. But yeah, like I was saying, so the next bit is to choose the donor, the nurse appointment to show the meds, do the meds, and then he said it will either be the next cycle or the cycle after, depending, because mine are all over the place. So, like, mine could be every 2 weeks, mine could be every month. It honestly depends on what my body wants to do. So, depending if the donor sperm gets here in time for the next one, it will be the next one, if not the one after. Which I agree, like, that bit genuinely does make sense. That's not him being an arse. Like, that's genuinely, like, that's the only bit that made sense of that entire phone call. I guess go for a nap and try and be kind to myself, and for anyone going through this, please try and be kind to yourself. Like, please, whether you got like a not so good follicle count today, or you're going through the same sort of discrimination, or you're just tired, whatever it is, please try and be kind to yourself. Do something that makes you happy. Celebrate the small little victories, because that's how you keep going. Whether it's a cupcake, or out with family, or got yourself a Chinese. Chinese makes everything right? Whatever it is that kind of makes it all okay. Take time to do that. I must admit, something I've loved doing at the minute is doodling and drawing, and kind of trying to escape the pressure of it all, because there is pressure. I honestly feel like I'm constantly under a magnifying glass, like I said, which most people probably don't feel. But yeah, I just got to see it as a victory. We'll get there, ladies. We'll get there in the end. And once you're holding that baby, everything's worth it, right? Another thing you did discuss with me was I given the option of IUI? Now, I was nearly forced into IUI. I don't think there's any other word for it. The other consultant just wanted me to do IUI, but my argument is, obviously having endometriosis, etc. I want to freeze my eggs. In about 5 years or so, I'll be having an end ileostomy done as well, and there is a chance of damaging reproductive organs and stuff like that. So I just want to cover myself. I want my little embryos frozen if there is enough of them. So you kind of need IVF to do that. And then he was like, "Oh, do you just want to freeze them?" No. Obviously, I was like, I want to do both. I don't know. And at one point he was like, "Oh, I'm just trying to make sure, you've got the right doctor and all that sort of thing." And I was like, you know what I mean? If you don't want to do it, just say, "Oh, look, I don't want to do it." Go to a different clinic. There's plenty of them, I need to not focus on that now and just focus on the fact it will be next cycle or the cycle after. So the next month or so. Breathe, Kelly. Empty cheese. Mr. Cheese. Right, well, I think that's enough of this clip for a minute. We're gonna go for a nap. Just hopefully wake up feeling a bit more happy. Snoops as well. And then Oscar. But yeah. Keep going, guys. It'll all be worth it in the end. Hi guys, I thought I'd check in. Now I'm feeling a little bit better. I've had a sleep and, I'm not perfect. I'm not feeling on top of the world. It'd be lying if I said I did, because I don't. But, yeah. Feeling a bit better, feeling a bit more positive, and trying to just look at the positive side that we'll be starting in either the next cycle or the one after, depending on whether the donor sperm gets here in time or not. Talking of donor sperm, I've got this wad of money to go put in my bank account now, and then later on, hopefully today, I will be ringing the donor bank and ordering the donor. Nice, beautiful vial of baby dust, we call it. But yeah, no. I think I've picked a donor. I'm just trying to not be too hard on myself and come up with a way to kind of narrow them down, because the original one I wanted is not on. They haven't been put back on, and you know, I can't really afford to keep waiting, and I can't risk having to pay for another baseline and bloods, because that would be like another £400, plus everywhere money is just going up constantly, so you know, that's not great. So I'm very happy with the one I think I've chose. I mean, I've got until tonight. Yeah, I've got until like tonight. It is an American bank that I've chose to use, so they are 5 hours behind me, which I'm kind of grateful that they're 5 hours behind, because it gives me a bit of time today to kind of 100% make my decision, if that makes sense. But I think I have made my decision, and I've kind of wrote down all the bits and bobs to do with them, and yeah, I'm very happy with it. It's a hard one. It's hard to say happy with it, but like, yeah, I am happy with it. I just hope that the quote I was given is the actual price, and they don't try and charge me more today, because I don't have any more. So they're gonna have to like it or lump it at this point, because I'm not being funny, it's an insane amount of money. So yeah, that's the plan for today. Go to the bank, put this 1,000, I think it was like 1,450 in here, and then there's a lot more money in my account as well, because it is over £2,000 for the donor I decided to go with, which my original quote for my clinic was 1,100, and I'm going to be paying 2,139. But yeah, it's a lot of money, I could legit go to Disney World. But no, you know, it's definitely worth it. Like, I joke, but it is 100% worth it. But it's crazy, right? Like, £2,000+. Part of that is a handling fee and a the shipping fee as well, because it is an American bank, so it's got to get to me. Well, it's not actually coming to me, it's coming to my clinic. So yeah, I need to get hold of the embryologist. I'm not really sure how this bit works, because I have the email for the embryologist at my clinic, and then I need to ring the sperm bank, and I think I order, I pay, then I message the embryologist, and then I think I'm jumping back and forth until they decide to jump back and forth between each other. Yeah, good fun. Tomorrow I have the counsellor implication assessment meeting, whatever you want to call it, that. Very nervous. They wanted me to wait until after tomorrow to order the donor. I'm not doing that. Like, there's one I like, and he's already in the red, which means he won't be on there long, and no my luck, when I get home later, he won't be on there still. But yeah, I'm not waiting. I've waited long enough. And as far as I'm concerned, I was given the full go ahead last week, which is what I got told, because otherwise why the fuck would I have had the baseline and the bloods done? And if this is just to teach me about how to tell my kid about the donor, there's no need to wait. Do you know what I mean? Till after tomorrow. So, you know, yep, think I've chose my outfit for tomorrow. Again, I feel like I'm under a magnifying glass all the time with these people, so I get a bit anxious about what I'm wearing and stuff like that. Even though, let's be honest, does it really matter? Like, does it really matter? But yeah, no. I've got the outfit ready, I think. You watch me change my mind. But yeah, gonna have a nice shower later. I cannot wait. And I think I'm gonna order myself a Chinese and relax tonight. Yeah, because, you know, sometimes you just need to have a mini celebration. But what I will say has been really helping me, and for anyone that's creative, like, maybe get the drawing book out, because I stopped doing it for a while and I've just started doing it again, and like, it's just, don't get me wrong, I'm still overthinking, I'm still thinking too much while I'm doing it, but you know, they're like my actual drawings. And then I just have a doodle page which has got loads of different animals, like little nursery animals and stuff like that, because I know for a fact I want my nursery to be safari themed. So yeah, I think it's just a way for me to kind of think about like the baby but not think about IVF, you know, because a lot of this journey just feels so focused around IVF, and obviously it is, like, this is how they're being made, but like I said, a lot of my journey, like the joy part, has been completely robbed from it. And I was saying to my mum, like, I need to celebrate these little things, even if it's a cupcake, even if it's a fucking Chinese meal, or like the bigger milestones that we hit, like going out for a family dinner with Nan and Grandad. Like, I need to celebrate these things, otherwise I'm just gonna go crazy. I can't wait to kind of set up my little IVF station as well. Like, I think that would be really good for me. I just need to get past this counselling thing first, and yeah, I'll show you guys all the little bits and bobs. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this in, like, to like different videos, if it's gonna be one video. Like, these are just like little clips, you know, that's great, but how the fuck am I putting it in a video? Because they're kind of not tailored or anything, they're not a sit down, well, they are literally all of them have been sit down. What am I on about? They're not a normal video, they're kind of more vlog style, which I